Okay, some word problems. So I hope you can read this. Right, we have, now it's written as a function. You could still think of this, honestly, if you wanted to think of this up here as y equals 16x squared. I mean, you can think of it like that if you want to, it's just different letters. But, so the distance, no idea why it's s, but it's really this function notation. What we're saying is instead of y, we're calling it f of x. Remember this, f of x business equals 16, because it's written in terms of x's, okay? This is written in terms of t's, so you could call it f of t, they've called it s of t, it's just function notation. But what we're trying to say is this, right, the distance is the s, alright, we need to know the time when the distance is 400 feet, alright, so in other words the 400 is going to go on the left hand side of the equation, so I've got this, 400 equals 16t squared, okay? There you go. Distance is 400. There's the equation. I'm looking to find t. Now think about it. The first thing you're going to have to do is get rid of the 16. So let's get rid of the 16 on both sides. Okay? Gone, gone. So I might need a calculator here. Start. Sorry, I should have got this ready a bit earlier. Because whatever 400 divided by 16 is. Calculator. There we go. Right, 400 divided by 16 equals 25. Okay, well, could have done that in my head, I suppose. Right, so we have this. 25 equals, can you see what's coming? T squared. So T equals, now for this one, yes, it's plus or minus 5 as a general rule, but, you know, we don't have negative numbers in real life situations. It's 5 seconds. It takes 5 seconds for it to fall, based on that equation, and that's it. Okay, T equals 5. You just square rooted both sides. Remember, you got rid of the number, divide by the number next to the letter. Remember that stuff? Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, it's maybe more like a test question, so let's have a look at it. Whoops, I erased a bit there, down here. Okay, so we have this. We've got an equation. Now, you have to realise where to put these numbers. You've got $1,900. That's P. That's the principal. Okay, so the 1,900 is the amount you have right now. It's going to grow to $2,500, 13, right? That's the amount you get in the future, okay? So A is what you're going to get, P is what you have now. So I'm going to do this. A is 2, 5, 1, 3. That equals, what does it equal? It equals 1,900. I'm just replacing the letters with the numbers in the question. Then 1 plus R. Now, honestly, now here it is. Look, I've just raised a bit of it, but that says 2 years. So how it's kind of, what's the interest rate over this 2-year period? Now, the reason why we're doing 2 years is because we're doing squares. So you're going to square root both sides. We're not going to give you any other numbers than that. I mean, we could give you 3 years, and then therefore you have to cube root both sides. But let's have a look. I mean, in other words, the t in the equation there is 2. Okay, so it's for 2 years. So again, we're looking to get $2,500. We've got $1,900 right now. In 2 years' time, okay, we want that $2,500. What's the interest rate that it's going to be to get that? So, okay, so that's the formula. You just put the numbers where they're supposed to go. Now look at this. Again, like the previous question, just divide both sides by the number next to the letter or the number next to you're looking for, okay? So I'm going to divide both sides by 1,900. I'm going to need a calculator for this. 1,900. So I've still got my calculator up. Oh, heck, I'm going to have to find it again. Where is it? Okay. Accessories, calculator. Right, so we have $2,513 divided by 1,900, and that equals 1.322. I'll just write that down. 1.323 if I round it. Okay, I'll just write that down. 1.323. Right, so 1.323 equals 1 plus R all squared. Okay, remember I just got rid of that 1,900. Now here it comes. This is why this is in this section. What do we do to get to the R? First of all, we square root both sides to get rid of the squared. In other words, again, the easy bit is if I square root this side, it's just 1 plus R. Okay? If I square root, why do I keep cancelling that calculator? Oh, programs, accessories, calculator. Right, we have 1.323. I am going to square root it. Where's the square root? Why isn't there a square root on this? I'm just going to have to hit this one, square root, okay, equals. Right, 1.15, right, so it is 1.15. That's the square root of 1.323. I have just square rooted both sides. I have got this. How do I get to r? The easiest bit of the lot. Subtract 1. Subtract a 1 from 1.15. r equals 0.15. Okay, 0.15. Now remember what that is as a percentage, that's a decimal, that is 15%. So the answer for this is the interest rate is 15%. Okay?